Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to Roxy's Weekly Challenge, and we're on week 33. The weeks are just flying by, aren't they? 33 already. So this week we are making some nice journal cards with a fabric side tab, which means we can use our lovely fabrics from Rachel or any other lovely fabrics that you have. I'm not using entirely hers. I've got a few other fabrics I've been wanting to use as well. So I mean, I could make loads, but I'm going to try to do it within the time and not go too mad. So we're starting off with a bunch of, well, I'm using some ephemera pieces. It's pretty much what Rachel was using, some digital ephemera. Most of mine, I think, are from a kit by Pink Monarch Prints, which was, I think, just vintage ephemera, if you're interested. Because they seem to be the right the right sort of thing, because she talked about perhaps using pieces that you can also write on as well as on the backs. So I'm just going to select a few, because I have got loads here. I usually bring in too many and then never get them all done. So I'm just going to try and select a few. This one a bit of an interesting colour, because I think my ink cartridge is beginning to go, but I think I quite like it anyway. So I'm just going to take a few and tear them to size, and then we'll get going on this. Because although it is a simple project, as Rachel was saying, it's a nice simple little project, but it always takes a few minutes to gather everything together to make the simple project. So it involved a bit of printing, finding some, well, I did about half an hour worth of stamping this morning, because I didn't really have many stamped words on fabrics. So I did have a few, but I fished out, I don't have many words that are ready stamped, ready to go. Oh, sorry, a bit croaky. Yeah, I don't have many nice little word stamps, so a few of them I've had to make from my letter stamps. Oh, that wasn't very good. I make a few word stamps up. Make a few words with my letter stamps. But that's fine, because that's what they're for. So I've got a nice little selection now. And this one, it's a bit wide, but I like this bit, so I'm going to tear that there. And tear it to a kind of journal card width, I suppose, something like that. Some of the others, I think I'll have to make them a bit smaller, I think. I'll keep this piece and get rid of these. So some of them are going to be too big, but they have got quite a bit of blank space like this one, so I can tear quite a lot of that off to make it a journal card size. And they're really meant to be quite big journal cards, I think, these ones, to go into belly bands or side tucks. I'm going to take it down to about there, I think. That's not too bad. And of course I'm thinking, oh, see this piece, I think I might use this as a backing for the writing, because it's mainly plain, so I don't really want that on the front. I want my fronts to at least have a bit of interest going on, not be too plain. I'm of course thinking about my Moroccan journal that I'm working on. Oh, look at the state of that. Goodness me, I can't talk and tear at the same time and tear straight. I can't tear straight at the best of times, but certainly not when I'm talking. I was thinking some of my pockets, or my, what do you call them, paper bags, where they're made into pockets for my Moroccan journal, are quite big. So if I make a reasonably large one for that journal, that would work quite well. So this is quite good, because there's lots of plain space. In fact, I'm wondering if that would be better as a backing paper than to go on the front. There's almost more plain space than decorative. I think the front of a journal card should be a bit decorative, although I am going to add some decoration, of course, so we'll see. I'll put that there anyway. I'm getting a bit of a pile. I don't think I need many more. Probably should have a look, see if there's any I want to use that I haven't got to yet. I'll just tear this one. Don't make it too big. And let's have a look. Oh, this is another one that was, the ink was going. You see it's going all a bit mauvey, a bit lilac-y. That's what always happens. When my ink cartridge runs out, I don't know if yours are the same, everything goes purple. Quite like that, actually. So, let's take it to there. And I can get rid of most of the purpley bits. Luckily, it only seemed to affect the edges. Whoops. And any of these I don't use. They'll come in for, I'm sure, they'll come in for another challenge or some other thing that I might want to make. This one's already been prepared. It's a bit big. So, and this is a different colour, so this might be a good one to use. Yeah, some of them are all a bit similar in colour, aren't they? So I'll just do one or two more, and then we'll get started on the fun part, which is adding the fabric tabs. I think this is going to be the last one. Quite like that. It's a sort of letter rather than a piece of ephemera. Well, it's a different sort of ephemera, rather than a receipt or whatever those other things are. This is more of a letter with a nice bit of interesting script. Okay, I need to stop. Make me stop. And I have actually got this one, which was just in my stash of journal cards. It's just been backed, it's all ready to go, but it could do with a bit of decorating, so I think I'll probably do that one as well. Alright, let's see what we've got here. And let's get my fabrics. So I'm going to start with my Rachel fabrics because I love them and I want to use them. I don't know if I'm going to use some of this big one because I don't know if there's any obvious bits that I think will work as a tab. I'm not sure. I'm sure much of it will. Ooh. Yeah, maybe not that piece for now. See how I get on with the other bits. This, I think, one of these pieces is the one I put aside for my journal cover, I think. That might be this one. I think it's that one. Yeah, I think so. So I better not start tearing that up. I have got this lovely piece that I was left over when I was doing my journal last week, so I might use a piece of that. I like this bit here. So let's start there, shall we? And we're going to tear it. So I suppose there'll be about, I don't know, an inch wide, something like that, these pieces. So I just wanted to apologise for the video that I made up here last week, because in case I didn't mention, I'm back in my craft room, which is because the weather's cooled down a bit. It's still nice and bright, but it's not as hot in here. It's much more comfortable. So I really want to get back in here. And I did make my Roxy's Weekly Challenge in here last week. And I noticed when I was editing, and I'm really sorry about this, that a lot of the video was a bit high on the screen, so you were missing bits at the top. It was like big gaping gap at the bottom, and you know the whole video was conducted up here somewhere, and I thought, oh no, I hadn't got the camera set up right because I'd been moving it up and down stairs, changing it onto different tables, and I just hadn't got it quite right. So I have actually marked out my space. You can't see it, that I need to stay within to keep myself in the middle of the screen as best I can. So yeah, I'm so sorry if that made it a bit difficult to watch. I mean, I found it difficult to watch, so I'm sure you did. I'm wondering which one to use this for. Such a lovely... I don't really want to cut it down, but that would be silly. I do quite like it on there. So, might do that. And yeah, I'm going to use my fabric glue for this. I'm just going to run a little bit on the sides. I'm just trying to smooth it a bit so we don't get any lumps showing through the fabric, because I've got the cotton ones here, they're quite thin, so they're not going to, they might show through if I leave the fabric glue a bit thick. I'm just leaving a little bit of a tail hanging down. Not lying terribly straight, but I don't think that's a problem. It's really pretty. I think I need a little bit more glue up here. Alright, there's one and we're off. Keep that lovely little piece. That'll make a nice little tab, won't it? Yes, it will. What else have we got here? So don't need the ephemera pieces for this. Put them out of the way. Well, now look, I've got this piece. It looks a bit short, but I'll see if I've got a smallish one that would work. Something nice and bright. I don't think it has to be the full length of the journal card. I could do it on that one. Actually, could I do it on this one? That's not that long, is it? Yeah, that would work. Okay, we're going to do it on here. Then I haven't really got a lot. I haven't got to finish off the back on this one, which is quite handy. All the others I will back. The others are also going to be backed onto book page. That's what Rachel was doing. I'm just going to leave this one as it is once it's been decorated up a bit. Doesn't need anything on the backing. Oh, bit too much glue. Now what have I done with my kitchen towel? Oh. Quick wipe this off. Should have remembered it wasn't the full length, shouldn't I? Just get carried away. So that's that one. And what else have we got? This one's not going to be tall enough, I don't think, so neither is that. I've got this one. Used that a fair bit for previous projects. Got another longish piece here. I don't think that's long enough though. All my little bits. I won't throw anything away. And don't think that quite works either. No, none of those pieces going to work. I think possibly a piece of this might. It's very pale. I want something that's got a little bit more presence, I think. Put that aside. I'm working towards finding just the right piece. And we might have found a piece here that would work really nicely. I think I might. So I need something that will go with something, perhaps one of the busier looking ones. And there's lots. Ooh, that one. Nope. Might put it because I like these bits. I wonder how this would look on here. Well, it's a bit blended there, isn't it? Maybe it's not going to work on these because these are all very similar in colour. I've got this one. Ooh, that's a small one, isn't it? I had a nice small piece that I thought I couldn't use. Hang on, bear with. No, where is it? I had this piece. I could just. Yeah, I think I might put that one there. Because I think I might just tuck it under the head in there, and that will just go nicely there. Yep. It's nice to be using some of the smaller pieces. I don't think I'm going to use this after all because I think the colour's too close to all the ephemera pieces that I've got out here. Never mind, we'll find something else. And move that. I think, yeah, I need to find things that are a bit more of a contrast. I've just remembered not to go right to the top. Hopefully that's about the right amount. Try and get it flat because it does curl a little bit. How far up did I go? Did I go up to the... Yeah, I did. Let's just smooth it a bit. Yeah. The trouble with doing that is you get everything stuck to your fingers. Right. That one can go right there. Pull it over a bit. It needs to be sticking out a bit because it's meant to be a tab, isn't it? Not just a page side decoration on that particular piece. So yeah, it's meant to be sticking out a bit. Got a dingle dangle. Let's just try and snip that off. There we go. So I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Are you doing your Roxy's Weekly Challenge as well? I've had well, this is now Sunday morning. I had a really lovely day yesterday with my besties. We've all known each other for well over 30 years. We were all neighbours. Well, three of us, out of the four, my four friends. Three of us were neighbours for a few years, not many years. And we those three of us all started to have children at about the same time. It was just that was our time of of our lives when we were starting to have our families. And yes, I like this piece, so I'm going to take that to about there. And yeah, we had our three children within a year of each other, I think, which was lovely. And then I think Jenny was about 18 months, not quite 18 months, and we moved, not far, but we moved away from that particular house. And the girl who moved into our house that I sold it to, or we sold it to, had a little girl the same age as ours. So she joined our little group. And we all had girls, and we all went on to have more girls. And between the four of us, we had 10 girls. So we've just stayed friends ever since, and we've all moved away apart from the one who bought my house. She's still in that house, which is our very first house. She's now been there, gosh, nearly 40 years, I think. But we, the rest of us have all moved away in different directions, and obviously one of us, my real best friend, my actual best friend, just because I've known her the longest, I think. She's the one in Norfolk, and we went to the three of us drove out to Norwich to meet up with her. I'm going to put that one there. It's quite a big one. Oh, I wonder if that's too big. Let's just measure it before I get carried away. I've got a ruler here somewhere, because if it's too tall, it won't go in a journal anyway, will it? Where's my ruler gone? I was using it, wasn't I, to tear? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so we all went. I think we manage it about once a year that the four of us get together. The three that live relatively close to each other, meet up about every 5 or 6 weeks. And we all visit our other friend in Norfolk. And we sometimes the four of us get together when she comes up, because her daughters are still in the area. But, sorry, that was just, I was saying it was annoying me because it wasn't straight, and it's still not straight. Okay. That's a bit straighter. Yeah, so we sometimes will manage to get together when she's up, but not always. But we've been trying to get down to see her once a year. We spend the day in Norwich, and we usually meet sort of mid-morning, go and have coffee, catch up, have lots of chats. And then we usually have coffee, and then we say we've got about half an hour, and then we've got to go and have our lunch, which she'll have booked for us. So we did a bit of shopping. Managed to get one bargain. Sorry, I need to concentrate, otherwise we won't get this done. I was going to measure the height of it, so I don't make it too big. Yes, I thought it was. So I shall take it down somewhat, otherwise it won't fit into anything. Yep. So that's going to go that way. And I've got to have some things with the tabs on this side. It's so easy to put them all on the same side. Which bit do I want? I want that bit, that bit. I think I might have that bit. Yeah, so we had a lovely day. We had a really nice lunch. And because we've known each other so long, it's just so relaxed and lovely. And we're walking around. One minute I'm walking with one of them, then I've been walking with the other one, and we just don't stop talking. I mean, I wasn't sure I'd make my video today because my throat was so sore by the time I got home last night. We did not draw breath the whole time because the three of us were talking in the car all the way to Norwich, and that was about an hour and a half's journey. And of course, once we met up with our Wendy, it was even more so. And we literally did not stop all day. I think I left here at 8:30 in the morning, and I got home about 7 in the evening. So that was a lot of talking, but it was lovely. Really enjoyed it. Okay, that's that piece. Okay, right, so let's see what else. I don't know if I've got anything else I want to tear, really, right now. So, how many have I got? I want to do one for my Morocco journal, as I mentioned, because we're going to have some big paper bags. And so I don't have any fabric that I thought would work. So I thought I might just do something with this, my purple sari silk. I thought on camera when I was doing my editing of my video and I was making the cover, it does look a bit blue, but trust me, it's a beautiful purple, this colour. So I'm wondering about this piece because it's quite a bit too big, I think. I might just take it down to there. So Yeah, I could put it in a pocket that way. I think it would go into, I hope it would go into a pocket. So I'm going to put some glue down here, and I'm just going to scrunch it a little, I think. Well, I'm not too sure about that. I can see the glue here and there, so I might have to put something else on there, or I might sew it. Not sure at the moment, but I quite like it. It's all fluffy. So let's put that away. Then I've got a few more fabrics here. I've got some of my William Morris fabric that I've not used before. I did use some William Morris in a previous video, and I can't find it. I don't know what I've done with it. But I have this piece, and it's just gorgeous. So I'm going to have a piece of that, I think. And let's not make it too wide. I don't know what I've done with that other piece. I thought they were all together. But after I'd used it, I must have done something with it. And not a clue what I've done with it. But I'm sure it'll turn up. And I'm actually going to leave this fringed edge on it. I quite like it. What can we use on here? This on. I think we can use it on there. How tall are you? Are you too tall? Yeah, 7 inches. It's probably a little bit too tall. It would be alright, I think, in a belly band, but I just need to just make sure. Take about ½ inch off. And then I think I'll do glue down here. Right, I think I need to make this the last one because time is marching. And I'd love to do a couple more, but yeah, that's that bit, I think. It's hard to know what fabrics to use for whatever, if there's any particular journal I might want to use it in. But there we are. Let's move on and just come back to these and see what we can do with them to finish them off. Okay, so I need to put all my fabrics, well, I'm just going to leave things piled up over there. And these are all the pieces I haven't even used. I told you I had too many. Far too many. Okay, now we need to do a little bit of decoration. And goodness, I've done quite a few here. I think this one, now, this one I'm going to do something for the Look Up Moroccan journal, so let's just do that because I do have something handy and I want to see how it looks. Put that over there. So I've got my box of, I wouldn't call them fussy cuts because they're more decorative pieces, I think. Like there's some tags, and there aren't really fussy cuts with these kits, so I'm having to. That's why I'm using things like the perfume bottles, just to give a bit of some focal points. So I've got a few of these pieces, so that's like a little tag. But I love these shapes because it's very Moroccan in style. could almost tuck it under rather than stick it on top, because it's so ruffly here. So I've got that piece, that would look quite good. Or like this. This one might be quite nice actually, because it's, yeah, I quite like that. I've got a couple of these pieces that are just decorative, like from the papers, but that's how they came. So that, I mean, that would go quite well, but they don't really express any, you know, they're not really a focal point as such, are they? This is more of a focal point, so I think I'm going to glue that one on, I think. Yes, let's do that. Let's make a snap decision. Oh, I'll tell you what I haven't done. Before I do that, I haven't backed them onto my book page, have I? Oh dear. So there's always a lot of processes for these things, and I can't always remember what they are. And that's not, I think the book pages I've got may not even be big enough. I have this book. This is the one I took the cover off to make my journal last week, so it's got a few nice plain pages I can use. So let's just take some papers out of here. Take a whole bunch of papers out of here that seem to want to come away. Right. Okay, let's back this onto here. Right, so they've all been glued down. You definitely should be putting on your backing of the book page before you add the fabric. I've done it the wrong way round, and it made it much more tricky to do. I mean, not that difficult, but it would have been a lot easier if I'd done the book page first and then added the fabrics. And they've curled up an awful lot. I'm not enjoying this new glue stick. I thought I'd try it. It was a bit cheaper than the other one, but you get what you pay for, don't you? And I know that the other one does curl up, but this one doesn't seem to glue as well. It seems to peel off. I've always got bits peeling off. So yeah, I'm going to go back to the, whatever it was. I think it was the Yoo-Hoo I think I had before. I was just trying it out because it was cheaper and you could get more in the box, but no, not a good plan. So let's get back to decorating these journal cards. So I'm going to pop this one in here like this. Right, so yep, just gonna pop that in there. I have kind of worked out what I'm going to put on each one just to save a little bit of time. Not made my final decisions on everything, but on some of them I have picked something because otherwise it takes so long to decide sometimes. We'll just be here all day. Right, so yeah, I'm going to put that on there. Put that aside. There might be some more to do. This one, for this piece of fabric of Rachel's, I picked out one of these. These are from those 1950s fuzzy cuts that I had, of all the different ladies in different outfits, and I just thought she went really well on here. So that was a nice easy choice. Of course it took me a few minutes to actually decide, of course, but you don't really need to see me going, faffing about all that, trying to make my mind up. And this was the clear winner. So I've got one or two things that I haven't entirely made my mind up about, but this one was a fairly straightforward choice because I think that goes really nicely on there. And I've got a couple here. So this was the one that was already back, so it's not nearly as curly. It was not curly at all, really, as the others. This one is still quite... I keep trying to roll it back. Once I've covered them, I think they'll be fine. They'll sit a lot flatter, so I'm not going to worry about that. So they're both a little bit on the floral side. So I thought this one... Oh, gosh, I've got glue on all my fingers. Keep picking at my fingers. I shouldn't do that. So because this is very floral, I thought I'd go for a butterfly, just for something different. So I pulled in my butterflies. Let's move that away for a moment. I want quite a good sized one, so I wasn't sure which one to go for. I've got a few options. I've got this one, which is really quite big, but it's a beautiful one. So that's a definite possibility. Less convinced about this one. It's got a bit of purple, which kind of pulls in a bit of purple from the flowers, but it's not sure about that one. Quite like this one. And then I've got this one, which actually is really bright and cheery. I really quite like that. I wish it was a little bit bigger. I don't think I've got a bigger one in those colours. What about this one? Just trying another one. It's got a bit of purple in there, and just not quite. I really wanted something that would really make a statement. I haven't got an awful lot of really big ones. Got this one, but I think that might blend in too much. Yes. I think we'll go with this one. I like that one, I think. I just want to... I have actually cut out the antlers, or whatever you call them, the antennae. I have on some, not on all, but I think it needs to be inked because they're going to be a little bit... They're going to show up as a little bit white. Let's just quickly ink that, just to make it blend in a little bit more. More of a dabbing than an inking, really. And I'll just do a little bit round the butterfly. So, just want to get these last few bits done because it's taken me a while to get to this point. As always, Not you must be used to me by now, having to speed things up just to get through the video in a reasonable time. And we're going to do that there, I think. Oop. Need something just to dab it, because there'll be a bit of glue ooze, I imagine. There we go. That's my butterfly one. Where'd I put them all? Oh, they're here. Okay, so put those aside. Don't get these out really very often, do I? Right, and this one I thought we can try and put in a nice flower. Was it that one? Oh no. Not sure which one it was now. I was going to do a flower on. That was going in there. Right, yep, I was. Okay, let's see if I've got anything that will go. Not sure. I think I was thinking about one of the other ones for the flower, but I've changed my mind on that. So have I got a flower that will go on here? Got that one. Yeah, that's not bad. Don't know about that one. Let's have a look. So it's hard to see because it's curling up so much. There is a little bit of pink down here. I think I like that one possibly better. Anything else? No, I don't think that works. I think it's between these two. I think maybe this is too blue because there's a lot of blue on the fabric. Although it's really nice. I think I might just do that one. Let's do a bit of ink. Got that. Where'd that come from? Oh. There we go. Put that on upside down. Was that meant to be that way? No, I don't think so. Right, I've got a couple more. I've had them on under my mat to try and flatten them a bit because, yeah, they're very curled. And I was thinking I might put this lady on here. She's one of Tina's, I think from her Mary Mary kit. And I think I rather like her, like the colours together on there. I think that works quite well. Sure that's glued down. So that's that one. That looks nice bit on the letter, doesn't it? Could be a letter she's received from her beloved or something. Okay, and the last one, which is also under my mat, is this one. And I'm thinking I was going to do something for the last Moroccan journal. That's the colours of that journal. And I have found this gorgeous kit on Etsy by an Etsy shop called Miss Printabelle. and it's stained glass Moroccan lanterns. And I thought, well, they're going to be perfect. I've just started cutting them out, and there are a few purple ones, so I might use those in my current Moroccan journal because I thought they'd go really well. But I have pulled out a couple that I thought might work on here and quickly cut them out. So I've got this one. Gorgeous colours. Or this one. Yeah, I think that's the right way up. Well, they both look good. I think I like the other one. I like that one, I think, in that one here. Yep, that's the one I'm going to use. So that's going to go there. Very nice. Right, so we've got those now with their focal points. And the last thing we're going to do, this is what Rachel did in hers, is to add some words stamped on fabric. So I spent a bit of time doing that this morning. So I've got a little selection here of various stamps, either that are like a stamp that's already a word, like this one, believe. I've got smile. I've got some of these tickets. That one's a bit big, I think. But I've got this set of tickets with inspiring words on. That size, and then this cute little size. And I think these are better for using today. A few other bits here and there. I did use my click stamps and made a couple of words. I did joy and fun. Because they're a bit big, so I thought I wouldn't want to do a long word. So let's see what we can use on here. I thought maybe for this one I have this ticket that says create, and I could put that on maybe down here, or sorry about the curling, it's hard to see what I'm doing, I think, with the curl. I'll try and make it clear. Put that there, like that maybe, or on the other side. Okay, might put that there then. She didn't put these on all of them. She didn't really explain why on some and why not on others, but I think we'll just have to make our own minds up whether we want to use one of these on each one or not. And I may not use it on all of them if I don't have anything that feels appropriate for that particular journal card. I need my wet wipe a bit handy. It's a sticky business. So that one is finished, apart from needing backing. So yeah, I'm really liking that. I've got this one, this floral one. So what can we put on here? I don't know if there is anything that would work really. What about remember? I'll put that on there. Flowers for remembrance, I'm thinking. Up here or down here? I think maybe down here looks better. You can see that? I've got that down here. This lovely lady here. Does she need anything? I have got smile. Is she smiling? I think she is. It's a very gentle smile she has there. Sort of a little, almost like a little secret smile. I don't know if you could see that, I'll show you. You see her face? Looked like she had a little secret smile on her face. So we might put that on there, maybe. Over here. Over here, I think. I love that piece of fabric. I do hope I get a chance to use this. I don't know if I need to be using this heavy duty glue because this is quite thin fabric. Excuse me. I think I need a drink. Well, actually I need food as well. It's lunchtime really. Okay, that one. Then we have our butterfly. I'm not sure. Does anything go with butterfly? Then I've got a little ticket saying hope. Could do hope. I don't know if it goes. Well, there's a believe. Do we want to believe on here? I'm not sure it needs it, this one. I might leave it as it is. It's got quite a lot going on. I think I'll just leave that as is. What about our other lady? Oh, this is going to need re-gluing. Look at this, it's all coming away. I may well sew around these after I finish them because I think they'll look. I know Rachel isn't a big fan, but I really like things to have to be sewn around myself, and I think that will. I think that will give them a nice finishing touch. That's personal opinion. Not everybody do that, and I quite like to. So what can we put on here? Well, I think we could put Smile again, because I quite like that one. Smile. Smile, you're on camera. Put that there. Just quickly wipe up the overflow. Okay. We have Smile. There we go. And the last one is the Moroccan one. Don't really think I've got anything to go. I did actually spot something that I might put on here, just something different, not even fabric. But in my box of flowers, there we go, I found this one, the crocuses, and I just thought, ooh, because you've got some little flowers here and the colour goes, and I just thought maybe that would just finish that one off. Bit off-piste there, going a bit rogue, but I like it. So I'm going to put that on. I'm just going to put a little bit of ink just to knock back the little bits of white around the edges. I have quite loosely fussy cut it. I don't want to make it too brown. So I'm going to put that on there. Do something a little bit different for this one. Let us pop those on here. I'll just trim off that little bit that's poking out. Where'd my scissors go? That's the Moroccan one. I quite like that. That's a bit different, that one. But then the Moroccan journal is a bit different to our standard journals, really, isn't it? So I've got that one, It's a really pretty one. My other lady from another era. Oops, one just gone on the floor. It's my floral one. And the other one. And that's the other Moroccan one. Love it. Okay, they're rather nice. They're a bit different, and they will go nicely into belly bands and side tucks, won't they? Okay, thank you for joining me today, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.